Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome at last to another die-cast restoration video. Okay, so I hope you're all keeping well since the last video, and I hope you're looking forward to this one. Okay, so I did have a little bit of skite with this one during the painting, as you'll see. It is a custom restoration, and it's a model that was donated to me a couple of years ago, or a good 18 months ago anyway. I think it was about a couple of years ago. Another one from Mr. David Yates, and as I say, I've done another custom restoration on this, and I hope you like what I've done with it. Okay, so basically, as I always say, please sit back, relax, enjoy watching the video, see how I got on with this one. Right, okay, then let's take a closer look at this one. Nice old CORGI ERF model 44G. Full cylinder Gardner engine, I would imagine. Not bad nick. The window unit is a bit chewed on the corners, but I think there's enough on there to be able to file it out. Not file it, but buff it out. The nail buffers. Casting's all pretty nice and straight. We've got a bent axle on the back. The base is slightly bent. I don't know how they've done that, but anyway, it shouldn't be too hard to straighten. The flatbed, I think, is slightly twisted down at the back, very slightly. I would imagine that's through dropping it on the floor like that. The hook's broken, so we'll have to replace that. Got the spare wheel on there. Yeah, it's all there. Wheels, we'll get those off with the puller, so that shouldn't be too difficult. So we got 2 rivets to undo them. We'll undo it. So they're domed ones, so we'll have to use the centre punch to make a little divot in them to get the drill in to drill them out. So I'm going to do a custom paint job on this. It's going to be pretty much the same colour as it is now, but I'm going to do it in the livery of a well-known company. So we'll see how it goes. That's what I want to do anyway. So we'll see how it goes as we go along. Okay, so I'm going to get the drill out, get the tools out, and we'll take this apart. Righty-ho then, let's get on with this. Right, and drill these rivets. I've made a little dimple in them with my punch. Start them off with a small drill bit. Oh, excuse me, I've still got that flipping cough. skew with the centre. Right, the bigger drill bit. Bigger one again. My beard. That might be enough. Oh, that was enough. Now, is that enough on the back? Yes. Okay. So that's the body off. You can see the bow in it now. I think that's all it needs, is just straightening by hand. That's pretty straight now, actually. Doesn't take much. Alright. That's ready for the caustic by the rivet posts. Now, there's a fair, I'm going to have to file that a little bit, but there's a fair depth on that one. Unlike, I think, this one, there's not very much depth at all. So I will drill it a little bit, but not much. It'll be a very, very short rivet in there. Now this, I don't know if you can see, before I start, this window unit is cracked. It's cracked when the rivet was put in, by the looks of it, or when it was riveted in. So I might have to do Martin's trick and well, I haven't got a soldering iron, but I just heat up a piece of pipe and use that, excuse me, to melt it and seal the cracks so it don't go any more. It just goes almost, I don't know if you can see it, but it's just level with the middle pillar, luckily. So I'm going to have to be careful with that when I clean it properly. I have started cleaning it. You can see the front shiny. I thought it's a bit more solid when it's still in situ, so I did sand it a little bit, and then I've used the nail buffers on it, but it does need quite a bit more. But anyway, right, okay, so we need to get these wheels off, I think. Now, do I get that front one off? I'm wondering if I can just polish this up, this one, because I think I might just polish that up, because it's in good, well, not bad condition. It's a little bit it's a little bit bent there where the rivet goes through. Yeah, that's straightened it more or less. So I think, yeah, I might polish it up with some polish and see if it comes up alright. I think that's a little bit bent that way as well. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I reckon it might come up with a polish. But I would need to get the wheels off, I suppose, to get to it. Get to in there to do it properly. So let's get the wheels off. The usual with this. As you can go. Oh, I can't quite get that in there. Ah, that's not so clever. Ah, that's going to be a pain in the arse. Can't get my little puller on there. Actually, that might be, those might be bent out slightly, so the little tags on the base. So I'll bend them in, at least one in anyway. That should do. Enough to get the puller on. Okay, here we go. It's going. Gosh, this doesn't half save some work, this thing. Look at that, just like that. That's brilliant. Right. Okie dokie then. That's the front ones. The only thing with doing this is that I find it's very difficult to find the right position to put it back on. Afterwards, you know. Anyway, right, I need a pot. I use another pot. Another pot. There you go. Another pot. Right, let's get the wheels off the back. Ah, that's another pain in the arse. That's not going to work either. One of them's coming off, that one I think. Yep, that was lucky. Now that axle is well twisted. Where's the pot gone there? See if I can straighten it a little bit. That's not working very well. Oh, it's a funny shape. I think what I'm going to have to do with this one, maybe is take the wheel off. Take the wheel off maybe. I'll see. Right. Okay, so that's going to be polished. That's for the caustic. Oh yes, I've got to get that out. Okay, so I'm going to get my piece of pipe and heat it up. Right, okay, my piece of pipe was too small, so I couldn't do it, so I've had to drill it. Right, hang on, let's get this puller back out of the way. Okay, so I've drilled it, so we'll see if, oh yeah, it's out. There you go. So I don't know if you can see that crack. You probably can't through the camera, but it goes down to that windscreen there. There you go. So let's be very careful with that. Put that in the pot. Let's try and see if that sits back in there alright. Yeah, that's going to be alright. That's going to go back in, okay. Cripes, I shouldn't have pushed it back in there, I can't get it out. Oh, there you go. Right, okay then, so I'm going to drill these, and that'll go in the caustic. I'm going to leave that spare wheel on because it's a shame to spoil the rivet, and hopefully it'll polish up okay afterwards, after it's been in caustic. I don't normally like putting them in, but I think if I don't know what to do. Suppose I could put another rivet. I think I'll leave it on and just mask it up, and hopefully it'll clean up alright. Okay, so I'm going to drill that out, and then this one on the body, and then I'll put it in the caustic, and then we'll clean it up after. Okay then, catch you in a bit. Right, okay then, that's all cleaned up, ready for the primer. I've cleaned it with methylated spirits, so we're going to go out and do that in a minute. I did have a lot of bubbles, blisters like in this casting, and I've had to do quite a lot of filing on this one and sanding. There's still a bit of a kink in the bumper there, very slight kink, but I'm not going to touch it because I'll probably make it worse. I've got my glove stuck in it now. I'm not sure whether that, I thought it might have been bent in a little bit, but I'm not, maybe very slightly. It's hardly noticeable. I doubt you'll notice it much, you know, when it's painted. It's not really enough to try and do anything with, so I don't want to make it worse, but it's hardly noticeable at all. Okay, I'm going to go out and paint that with the primer, and I'll get back to you. Right, well I got a bit carried away with that one. I forgot to show you it in primer. I got home from work and I was so eager to get the colour coat on, I completely forgot to film it in the primer. But anyway, you can see a bit of primer still through the blue on the roof there. Right, so what I'm going to do with this one, I've painted the wheel because once it's been in the caustic soda it loses the shine in its shite, so I just do it with Molotol at the end. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to mask it along this line here, across there. It's not going to be easy where that grill is because I'm going to have to cover that whole sort of grill, I think, otherwise the paint's going to spray underneath. But I need to do it across there, halfway, and the same there, that little bit in between this grill and the middle grill, and this grill and the middle grill. So the top is going to be pale blue. Where's my pale blue? I can't remember. This is the pale blue I've got, which is, again, it's the Holzer spray paint. It'll have to do. I'm not gonna go out and buy another one. I'll use what I've got first. I'm trying to use up all my dregs of paint. So it's HL Blue 03. That's all I can tell you about the colour. Okay, now I've done the body in the dark blue as well. Now this dark blue was the Holzer spray. So it was H Blue 02. So that's what I've done with that. Now I've got some more Holz paint which is brown. It's like a I've put it in the sink actually, not water, to because I'm going to use it to spray. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to mask off this headboard and these bits here, and I'm going to spray that in that brown, because I want it to be like wood. I'm just going to spray it first in this brown, and then I might put some lighter brown with a brush, with a quite coarse brush, to try and make the marks in the planks. I'll see how that goes. I don't know if that's going to work, but anyway, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to mask that off, and I'm going to do that, and then obviously, like I said, mask this cab off and do that top bit in light blue. Okay, so I'm going to go out and do that. Well, I'm going to mask it off first. I'll do it off camera. I'll show you before I spray it, and then I'm going to go outside because it's a beautiful sunny day, Saturday today. I've been at work, come back. No, it's not Saturday, it's Sunday. See, I don't know what day, because I worked Saturday and I work it Sunday. Yeah, so it's Sunday today. I've lost track of time. And yeah, it's a lovely day. Tomorrow's Monday. They've given us a bank holiday because old King Charlie's coming over to Jersey, and it's a bank holiday tomorrow. They did tell us, no, you won't be working, we're not going to work the bank holiday, and then they've changed their mind, but I'm not working it because I made other plans, so too bad. Yeah, but it's supposed to pee down with rain tomorrow all day, so I'm making the most of it. It's gorgeous weather out there. Like I say, today it's 23 degrees, it's supposed to be, but outside our front door it's a lot more than that. I've just been sitting in the sun for a little bit and it's too warm. I've come back into my man cave to do this. So I'm going to go and like I say, do this and go and spray it outside, and then I'll come back to you when that's done, if I remember. Okay, catch you in a bit. Right, okay, I've masked that off. Already the paint's come off, so it's not, I don't know, the paint doesn't seem to have stuck well on this model. I don't know if it's the metal or what. Now, on the body I've masked that off as well, but the paint seems to be sticking fine on there, so it's got to be something to do with the slightly different metals, I suppose. I don't know. Anyway, I hope that's going to do. I have a feeling it might be a disaster. Anyway, we're going to see. We're going to see. I'm going to go out and spray that now. Right, okay everybody. The moment you've all been waiting for, and the moment I've been dreading, because I know it's going to be disaster. It's got to be. Okay, let's get this tape off. The first bit's alright because it's only a rubber glove. So that shouldn't be a problem. Now we've got a few chips on the chassis, I know that. Okay, let's go. I can't remember how I did this now. Here's my tweezers. Where the hell? I'll chop that. Let's get this piece off. Oh, not good, look. Not good. Absolute bloody disaster, in fact. Absolute disaster. And I think that's going to be the way it's going to go with this. I really do. Why me? Why me? There's quite possibly going to be a bit of remasking going on here. And repainting. All these awkward angles, it's not great to do. Right, now this white tape. I don't think it's that great, this tape, to be honest. I bought it because it's very thin, but it doesn't really, I don't find it seals that well, but it seems to have done the trick here. Oh no, look, no, that's bad, that's really bad. Really bad. So this is how quick things can go. Petonk there, that's going as well, all the paint's coming off that. What a flicking disaster. What a flicking disaster. That bit doesn't matter because I'm going to get the paint off that anyway. I think I should have got this piece off first. Yeah, like I say, I'm not too bothered about the grill. Right, so that's a pretty disastrous thing. You know, that's peeling off there, look. Yeah, that's gone. That's gone. Not good. Now what makes it do that, eh? You tell me what makes it do that. It just hasn't stuck at all, that paint. And I can't really, I couldn't really do a lot more. I honestly couldn't really do a lot more there. You know, I've cleaned it, wire brushed it well. I've cleaned it in methylated spirit, and yet, no, it's still done it. Still done it. Oh well, back to the drawing board. Okay, then I have to think about that one, whether I'm going to just mask that bit up again and respray it again. Maybe I can get away with it, I don't know. Okay then. Right, okay, I've touched it up by hand. I'm hoping when the lacquer's on it'll be alright. Now what I'm doing now, I'm trying to, I'll do it in shot, but I'm scraping this badge See, I'm scraping that using this curved blade and try and get this paint off of the oval in the middle. See, so I'm going to go around. I want to do it all around this beading, around there where the light blue meets the dark blue, because that was an aluminium strip. There were aluminium bits on the top here. You see the square, it's not casting lines. That's how the roof was on the ERF. That's how mine was, the one I had. And they were painted the same colour as the roof, but these ones around here, they were sort of polished. They were not, they were still silver. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of that. I'll do it off camera because I can't get close enough to see. I've just shown you that little bit there. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back to you. Right, okay, so moving on. What I've done, I've printed some of these barrels on my 3D printer. I printed them singly, and what I did, I painted them, and I put a bit of hat elastic around them to make it look like they're sort of tied. And I put a little spot of super glue between each one, and that way, so I've glued them together to make a load. And you know, we got the body here. These fit just perfect on there, and with the elastic they just sort of fit in, and you can push them down, and they fit just perfect on the body, just the right size, and they're tight without, you know, they're tight without you having to glue them on or anything. So that's what I've done there, which is, looks quite nice. It makes a little load, it makes it a little bit different. I couldn't find any files, STL files with crates on, that would do really. Crates probably would have been better on this. Okay, so I'll show you what I've done so far with this now. I've done the front, the ERF, should really be in red with a white piece across, but it is such a small model I didn't want to start trying to do that. So all that has been scraped to make this nice line here. I made some decals, baby sham ones, and the front here, I don't know if you can see them, showerings of Somerset, and I've done small ones on the doors, which wasn't very easy to get them that small. So that's that. I've put the tyres on, put the axle on. I did that back wheel with Molotov because it'd been in the caustic. That's an old tyre I had, and I've blacked it a bit with dashboard cleaner. So yeah, done the bumper, door handles, that's been lacquered. Put the axle on the base. I polished that up like I said, but it's now full of fingerprints, so I'll have to give it a bit of a wipe again. I had polished it up. It's come up alright, looks quite nice. So pretty much we're all ready to put it back together. I've got the old window unit in here in my box because I've dipped it, cleaned it up and dipped it, come up not too bad. So yeah, next step we're gonna put this old girl back together. I've got a reproduction hook as well, which I painted black. Did that, so I'll remember to put that on. Okay, so I'll catch you in a minute when we've got all the bits ready and we'll put it back together. Right, okay, here we go then. We'll put these bits out the way for a minute. Move the hook Right, okay, so we're going to turn this over because we want to put the window unit in. So we'll drop this in like so. And what I'm going to do there, I'm going to put a bit of 5-second fix around that to glue it in. Where the hell's that gone? I must get some more of this. I'm very low on it. Very, very low. I think it's going to take a little while to come through. Oh no, there's a bit there. Okay. Let's get that in. Put that on there. Right, okay, we got that in there. Make sure that's well down. Yep. And we got the old ultraviolet torch. There you go. Give it a poke with a cocktail stick. Yeah, it's pretty much gone hard. I'll leave it a little bit longer. Right, do for that. Oh dear, I've just tipped over my pot with a load of bits and bobs in. I've done it again. Come on. Crikey. Right, okay. So we got that bit in. What do we need to do now? Wheels in. Front wheels. So for this, we got this tongue part that's got to go in the groove in there. Just there. So we'll slot that in. There she goes. And we've got a very, very small rivet for that one. Very short, if you remember. And we cut this one, if I can pick it up. So there's not much depth in that one. Alright, so we've got to get this in the right place. Now, little bit of super glue. I'll do it with the old cocktail stick. I find that a lot easier to do these days. That'll be enough in there. Let's put the lid on the glue. Okay, let's get this one in place. If I can pick him up without dropping him on the floor. There, that should do it. Okay, so that one's in. We'll leave that dry a bit. Okay, I'll leave that dry. I've just stuck my tweezers to the bloody paper there now, look. I'll leave that dry a bit and then we'll come back and put the other rivet in. And that's when the body goes on the back. Right, okay, that's dried. Now I did realise my mistake. With that tyre on the spare wheel, I wouldn't be able to put that rivet in to hold the body, so I've taken the tyre off and I've decided, because when I put that old one on I didn't have any more of these, but I've since ordered some, and I've got quite a few coming on from eBay. So I thought, sod it, I'll put a new one on there as well. Otherwise, you know, it might make it with that old tyre. It was a little bit stretched, so it's better with a new tyre. Okay, so we're going to turn this over now, and we shall put the hook in there. Now I think what I might do is just put a little dab of glue actually on there, just to hold that whilst we put the body, because it'll make it easier just to it'll just hold it there, won't it? Whilst we're putting the body on. Hang on. Put the lid back on the glue. I'm always scared leaving the glue around without putting the lid back on it. Right, let me see, let's get that on there. Can't see what I'm doing. Something like that, eh? Something like that. Right, let's get the body on. So these two pegs fit in the two slots behind the cab, or on the back of the cab. So put it in at an angle and down like that, and then we'll turn him over and try and hold that. It looks a little bit on the wonky side. We'll get some glue in there. Come on. I can't get the lid off my glue now. I need 3 hands. Come on. For goodness sake. Okay, we got it. We got it. Right, we're going to put the glue in the hole. And try hand. Should be enough. Should be enough. Okay. Put that glue there. Lid on. Right. Let's get this rivet. Hang on, put the glasses. There you go, she's quite a big in that one. Quite a big old rivet. Right, I'm going to have to hold that for a while until it dries, because there's a little bit of pressure on that body. Okay, I'm going to hold it and then I'll come back to you when that's dried. Right, that seems to be okay. It's dried. Now we'll get the old tyre on. Not the old tyre, but the new tyre. There you go. Straight on. Well, that's pretty much it then. Doesn't look too bad. Alright, let's put the old load on. There you go. There. Well, that's it then. And I think it's turned out rather nice. I'm pleased with it. The decals I had to do obviously in black, because I did them on the clear water slide paper, and the colour, the blue behind, would have stopped the yellow showing up with what I use on my printer. So I've had to do them in black, but anyway, yeah, I'm quite pleased with the barrels, the way it looks. Done the batteries black. Yeah, all in all, I think it's turned out quite a nice model. Okay then, so thank you very much again to David Yates for sending me this one. It was a little while ago now, and I do have another one of these to do that Peter Horton has sent me since this one. So I don't know if I'll do it the same livery or whether I'll do it something different. We'll see when the time comes. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and what I'll do, as I always do, is do some outdoor shots, and then we'll put it on the turntable, compare before and after, and that'll be that. So thank you very much for watching, and if you have enjoyed this video and you haven't liked and subscribed already, please do so. I would be very much obliged if you would. And yeah, again, if you have enjoyed the video, please join me again next time for another video. So until then, please take care, look after yourselves. Cheerio, abato. See you in the next video.